I'm sure you know that success does not just happen as a result of one decision that you took. It might take countless decisions and intentional actions for success to happen. Just as success doesn't happen overnight, so also your mastering the game of entrepreneurship will not happen overnight. For this to happen, there are certain daily routines that you have mastered over time that you do without being prompted. They are mindless routines. You just do them because they are activities that either your body needs or the things that you do require that you do those routines. Though they are mindless, but they come together to contribute to your progress in one way or the other. In this particular video, I'm going to be talking about daily habits and those daily habits that produce small wins, and in the long run, they compound to produce what we call a compound effect. And that is what I'll be sharing in this video. Stay tuned and I will be right back in a bit. Welcome back. Now, if you are involved in bodybuilding or you're involved in daily exercises, you will agree that becoming fit does not happen from just one fitness exercise. In the same vein, mastering a skill will not happen as a result of you attending one lesson. If you want to become fit, you must create a daily habit based on a routine that you do consistently. In the same vein, if you want to master a skill, then you have to attend lessons on that skill consistently over a period of time. So, what if you can become intentional about creating specific routines that add up together to help you navigate your way from a paid employment to becoming a self-employed or an entrepreneur? Now, these daily routines will be called daily habits. Now, you are converting daily habits into daily routines, and that means that you have to be consistent with doing this daily habits all the time, and that is what makes them routines, and they will have a compound effect in the long run. And this is because you now understand that starting off as a self-employed or an entrepreneur is not something that will just happen overnight. So it takes a process, and that process requires you to form habits based on routines. So that is what I'm sharing in this video. Just as you understand that, or nobody needs to force you to take water when you're getting thirsty. Nobody needs to tell you need to eat when you are hungry. Nobody needs to tell you to take a bath when you have to take a bath. All these are daily habits that nobody reminds you to do. Now, you can switch from such mindless daily habits into intentional and mindful daily habits. For that to happen, you need to create the habits and make them clear on paper. And that is why in one of my previous videos, I did mention the importance of having something like a journal. The journal helps you to note things down that you want to take actions on. Now, this is my personal journal. I use this to note the things that I plan to do. So, to create your daily routine from mindful habits, then you need to sit down and get a journal. and write them down. And when you write them down, you turn them into daily habits that you do consistently over time, and that makes them become daily routine. Now, the daily routines will come together to contribute to your success in the business that you're trying to build. That is what happens when you make routines out of mindful daily habits. So, what are daily habits? What are daily habits? These are little mindless actions that you carry out daily. Like I mentioned, you don't need anyone to remind you that when you are thirsty, you need to drink water. Nobody needs to remind you that you need to drink water. All right? When you will need to take a bath, nobody needs to remind you. You walk into the bathroom and take a bath. That is an example of a daily routine. You wake up in the morning, you know you need to have your mouthwash. Nobody needs to remind you. So all these are daily routines. But the thing is, these particular daily habits are mindless because they are things you just have to do without thinking about them. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you need to have a mouthwash. You know, in the morning or daily, you need to take a bath. You know, when you're thirsty, you need to drink water. You know that when you're hungry, you need to eat. These are daily habits, but they are mindless. Now, from there, picture a situation where you bring in mindful daily habits. All right? You pen them down and you assign time to them. When I wake up in the morning, after my normal mindless daily habit of having a mouthwash and having a bath and probably a breakfast, then I'm going to spend 10 minutes planning my day. So the 10 minutes you create to plan your day is a mindful daily habits. And if you continue to do them consistently over time, it becomes a mindful daily routine. You could decide that before you go to bed, you're going to journal. That is, you're going to put some things down in your journal that you are intending to pursue. So maybe every night, 15 minutes before you go to bed, you sit with your journal and pen down some ideas. So when you do that consistently over time, it becomes a daily routine, not a mindless habit anymore. Now, those habits you're going to pen down to intentionally do them consistently over time in order for them to become daily routines. They have to be activities that will contribute positively to what you're trying to build, to the goal you're trying to achieve. So as you're thinking of going from your 9 to 5 to a self-employed or an entrepreneur, think of all those activities that will help you to achieve that goal. It doesn't matter the area you're trying to build that business. Think of all the activities. And if you're able to pen them down, then you begin to assign times of the day to those activities. Make them daily habits, and eventually they become daily routines. As you get up, you know, this is what I'm supposed to do. That is what I'm supposed to do in order for me to achieve the goal that I have set for myself. All right. So why do daily habits matter? They matter because they produce small wins. So if you carry out a daily habit consistently, and for this particular day, your habits, you were able to accomplish it successfully, you say you have achieved a small win. So small wins over a period of time will really have a positive impact in whatever goal you're trying to pursue. So the reason why those small wins matter is because they produce what we call compound effects. That is the reason they are very important. That's why they matter. The compound effects is actually helping you move closer and closer to achieving the goals or goals you have set for yourself. So small wins matter because they push you gradually towards achieving your goal. And that happens as a result of what psychologists call compound effects. So you want to start off creating intentional, mindful daily routines and then be consistent with them over time in order to make them routines that you do regularly. All right, so here are some examples of powerful habits that you can make daily routines. For example, waking up 30 minutes earlier than you always do and planning your day. So if you are always waking up at 6 a.m., now you want to be intentional about waking up at 5:30 a.m. You spend that 30 minutes planning your day. That is a powerful daily habit. Then another powerful daily habit is for you to write 3 things that you are grateful for that particular day. Just write them down. That's a powerful daily habit. You write them down. When you wake up the next day, you do the same thing. You wake up the next day, you do the same thing. Then it becomes a routine. Always writing what you are grateful for. That becomes a routine for you. And it also helps you to move closer and closer to your goal. And then another powerful daily routine is for you probably to set a 25-minute timer and work with full focus. You have something to do that you need to accomplish. You can set a 25-minute timer for you to achieve what you are trying to do. And what that means is that you must be focused so that you can finish and achieve that within that time you have set for yourself. I said 25 minutes. Depending on what you want to do, you could adjust that to be more than 25 or to be less than 25. Another powerful daily routine could be read a number of pages of a good book every day. All right? It could be 5 pages every day. It could be 10 pages every day. Just create that powerful habits for yourself that every day I'm going to read 10 pages from this particular good book. That's a powerful daily habit. And then also spending about 5 minutes in prayer, 10 minutes in prayer, 1 hour in prayer. It depends on how you have time available to you. This also is a powerful daily routine. Spending time in prayer is a powerful daily habit. And you want to bring all of this together. Now, there are other powerful habits I have not mentioned, but it's for you to think about those things that you can do to push you towards achieving your goal. And then create time frame for each of such activities and make them your daily habits. Form a routine out of all of these activities and see positive results come as you're pursuing that goal of moving from your 9 to 5 to self-employed or becoming an entrepreneur. All right. So the goal here isn't for you to be perfect, but the goal is for you to move closer and closer gradually towards achieving your set objective. That is the goal, not for you to be perfect. No human on this earth is perfect. However, those daily routines will help you to gravitate towards your goal if you are actually sincere and consistent with those daily routines. All right? So don't overwork yourself because you want to follow daily routines. Just know that the goal is not perfection, but to drive you closer and closer to your goal. So your future isn't decided by luck. Your future is an intentional place that you must be intentional about and be intentional with everything you do that decides your future. Now, if you have found this particular video useful, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Leave a comment in the comment section, and if you have a question, please do leave your question. I'll do all within my power to answer any question that might come. And most importantly, share this video with those in your circle. If you're watching on Facebook, please follow this page. I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed.